Kansas City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang, but it's second down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll set up the throw from the gun. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now this one complete on the slant route and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, 55 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Baltimore.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Jackson being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First down, Ravens.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
First down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he rifles one incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. They'll run with Dobbins. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Stephon Tuitt on the stop. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Steelers' 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens nothing.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
For the extra point.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Johnson. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Like 20. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. 58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Hey, alert, 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 alert. 58, Mike, 58, 58, Mike.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. I'm here all day.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
58, boys, 58, 58. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Here's Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Connor. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
It's going to be a long day. Jack 15. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Double dog, that's the way.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Like 20.
On 1st down, Connor. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11 at the 41. Here's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
7-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Roethlisberger. That's complete right around the 8. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
He's brought down at the
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Gain on the play. First down, Ravens.
Back now in Pittsburgh, it's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Jackson now off the bootleg. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Jackson will throw again. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Complete to
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down now, it's Ingram. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and...
This is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 60 yards.
At the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Let him know. Jack 16. Look three.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 16-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game.
3rd and 7.
So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell.
A 29-yard attempt.
Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Oh, yeah, coming. 48 to Mike. Cover. No spacing. He's mine. 50.
First throw in overtime now for Roethlisberger.
And hitting Juju on the slant.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, tight down. There you go. Mike 48.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
I got you. Alert, alert. 58's the money. 58's the money. Silver.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Flush to his right. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Forced out to his left. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Jackson flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. T.J. Watt showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
3rd down. 3rd and 14.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Here's Sam Cook now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. On the return, Johnson. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
58, middle. Drop deep, drop deep. 58, 22, 44. 58,
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. Oh, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored, that's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let a team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Score still tied.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This time, Jackson will throw it. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Brings up
Second and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
touchdown, Baltimore.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you